Really?
Oh, my mom would get furious. She'd be like, they're never invited again, blah, blah. Like everybody knew this house was haunted. Well, when I got older, um, and they won't mind, I'm going to just say names. Like, I went to come see Gina Conroy. She lived with me and she experienced stuff. Um, let's see, my niece, Haley, who has what I have, and my mom has what I have.
Okay.
Haley, I remember when she was 3, she refused to go in the house. She cried like, a banshee and everything.
Wow.
And Chad Bailey and Andy Bailey, they actually, they still have stories to this day, like what they felt and everything. And we actually had ghost detectors come in there and everything, and they discovered stuff and everything. And so anyway, it kind of set the stage for what I was interested in. Because, when you're a kid, no one tells you anything. You start drawing those things in to try to explain what that is,
Yeah.
And so back up, when I got to be 18, I went to a numerologist. And the numerologist started talking about the room in the house, which I had been in like 2 or 3 times. Like, I was definitely afraid of this room.
Okay.
And I came home and I finally said to my mom, I was 18, I was like, Mom, I knew it, blah, blah. And she finally admitted to me after 18 years. She's like, yes, it is haunted. And then over the years, she explained to me or told me how, like, she knows she shut that light off, or she knows she closed that door, or she heard a voice, or, stuff like that. Things were moved and everything.
So you had to wait. So you had to wait till a numerologist was like, hey.
Yeah, no, I actually had to wait till I was 18.
18.
When I was an adult, for my mom to like admit there was something really wrong with that house, And then we had other people come in other than ghost detectors. Many people said it was a portal for many ghosts and everything. But that set the stage for what I was interested in, which led to eventually tarot cards.
And how so did you ever see, when you were in this house and growing up, how old were you when you moved there? Curious.
6.
You were 6 years old when you moved there.
Yeah.
And at 18 do you remember seeing people or seeing entities or anything?
I remember my sister, Ronnie was deaf. And I remember Ronnie, not totally deaf, Ronnie, Alan, Sherry, and I were in the kitchen.
And these are all your siblings, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember it was just us home alone. It was in the broad daylight, and we kept hearing footsteps all over. And we all looked at each other like, oh my gosh. And I remember moving in, and Alan will not admit this. Oh, Alan has stories too, but he won't admit stuff.
He won't admit it.
But one story is when we were moving in, literally, he had a dog, and this dog was like, looked in the master bedroom, and it saw something, and he's like, he called the dog to get the dog out of the room and everything. Alan has stories, but he won't say anything, Yeah, but Dad never said. Dad's the only one, but even Ronnie, who was haunted. I mean, not haunted, but hearing impaired, has stories. Like, we all have stories. Yeah.
So the dog wouldn't go into the room at all. It
was barking at something.
Oh, just kept barking.
Yeah, like there's nothing there. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
How interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, the house was. Oh, and then this wonderful man actually bought the house, and he's been redoing it for the last 3 years. And I actually stopped over there many, many times. And finally, I got hold of him. We got to talking, and he kind of admitted that he did hear stuff. He's like, I don't know if it's haunted, but I heard us and blah, blah. And then he's like, I heard footsteps. It could have been an animal. But I did not ask him. He volunteered that information, Yeah.
So he told, so that's so interesting. I'm sure there's lots of metaphysical people that are that definitely started this way. I can remember seeing physical outlines of people and doing and having being scared out of my wits. For the walking on the ceiling was one. I'm gonna tell you something as we just have this conversation here. I was in the East Coast and I worked at a sleep lab, and so we had all these kids that were on like all these, we were just detecting their sleep. And I was downstairs with someone and we were talking about ghosts. We were talking about entities. And the place that we were at was Brown University. And it was, you know, it's like 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning, all the kids are asleep. And it's just me and her downstairs with these kids. And we hear walking across the floor upstairs. And I think this was before I knew what I was. So I was totally 100%, we're stopping the experiment, which would have been like, we are out of here. We're getting all these kids. They are no way are we staying late.
This did not happen.
This is not happening. You got to stop it.
Yeah.
And then the person I was with went upstairs, was like, I swear that's got to be like, gosh, I can't remember the guy's name. He works down here at U of M. But it's got to be him. And she went upstairs and she just came down like sheet white.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Yeah.
I will.
What? It's funny because Sherry, my sister, and I are totally interested in the macabre and everything.
Yes.
But if people are like, think we're weird, but we're like, we can watch it from a distance on TV, but if it's in front of us, we're like holding each other. Like,
right.
No.
Right. If it's happening with you right there, it's a definitely different experience when it's in your face and you're like, how do I deal with this? Just act like it doesn't happen.
You run.
You run. So from there, so it really got you. So did your sister join you on this journey into exploring the spirit?
Sherry might have something, but it's mostly my niece.
Oh,
she's exactly like me. And I remember when she was like 2 or 3, we never talked about this stuff because she's a kid,
Right.
And I remember we were at a house once, and she's like, there are these people, I don't know, Sherry didn't have to tell you the story, but it was something like, I don't want to put words, but it was like she knew there were ghosts up there, and she wanted to talk to them. And then when we went to Mom's house, Mom moved to Arizona, we were packing up, and Haley refused to go in that house. She was like 2 or 3. She stayed in that truck without crying or nothing, but
wow.
She went into this panic, like, I'm not going out, all this stuff.
The house you grew up in?
Yes.
Wow.
And to this day, Haley has something. It's not fully developed, but she's very intuitive. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so this whole, like, your spirit coming close, because that's something that can really happen. And I talk about that a lot when I have conversations. Spirit coming closer can either like spur you into going into leaning into it, or doing the exact opposite where you're shutting down, where you were explaining your mom did that. She had the gift, but it wasn't like, I'm not gonna talk about, listen to it, I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah, she definitely put a block up, and when she was forced to talk about it, she did. But like once in a while, Mom was quiet. She read nonstop. But like when she did say something, she had something.
She had something for sure.
Yeah.
And so, where did tarot card come in for you? Like, how did you find that to be your niche or your modality?
So I was in my 20s, and one of the questions that we're going to talk about was only 2 experiences that really renowned with you.
Yeah.
With, not renowned, but resonated with you when it came to readings. And I have one, but I have another one, and I thought all day about this. And it wasn't me, but it happened to me. And when my dad died back in 91, I remember I started to do psychics and everything. And years ago, I grew up in Tipton, Michigan, and each house had 40 acres between them, and each house, before we waited for the bus stop, we would have the same parents go through, and we would say hi, blah, blah.
Right.
So one week, I remember I was in 2nd grade, there was this car. It was really super junky, and he kept going slow by me. I thought, this is weird. And Friday morning came along, and he opened the door, and there was garbage up to his knees. Like, wow. And he's like, okay, just get in. I'll take you up to the light. And I said, no, the bus is coming. He's like, no, just get in. He's like, and then he kept pressuring me. And then all of a sudden, I turned around, I ran to the house, and I remember telling my dad, he came out to the kitchen, and he's like, don't ever tell your mother, and don't ever take rides with strangers, you know? And I never told anybody, you know, I didn't understand the enormity of what happened.
Right.
And I never told anybody. So after my dad died, I went to the psychic, and she says, have you ever had a big oak tree and did somebody ever try to stop in a car and try to get you? And I said, yeah. And I never told anybody. I go, who's telling you this? And she goes, it's your dad. You know,
Wow.
it was like our, you know, and that has up to the stage of like, you know, this is real, you know.
Right.
And so anyway, I started going there, and I met Connie Oldberry, and she's in Adrian, Michigan, and she became my mentor. And I use her same deck, the crop deck, and she would teach me. I mean, I just would go with her for like years. And her daughter, she was the one that insisted I meet her daughter, Lisa. And her Lisa today is like my sister, you know.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. So that then in my 20s, I just kept playing with them. I just kept chuckling them. And I would do readings for free all the time. I took them on trips, everything, and they became like the more you play with them, the more energy they get, and it feels like I have 3 decks I still use today, and they're kind of like your kids, you know,
right?
You know, and eventually I met somebody that became. I met a couple of people that became all about friends, and this is when it became a business. And I remember thinking, I met this girl, and she was like, she text me 10 times a day, blah, blah. And finally got to the point where she was like, hey, should I get this gerbil? And I'm like, are you serious? You know? And I was like,
there is that spot where like you become like I can't make a decision unless my psychic tells me, or
exactly. Exactly. And so I ended up having to manage it, and I couldn't believe I just did this one time, blah, blah, I charged her, and she still called me. I'm like, I can't do this. And then when I got to Wisconsin, I went and I wanted a college degree. And so I went to college. And then because of Connie, she used to work in these little bars and everything. And then I found this really famous haunted bar in Milwaukee. It's on 4th Street. It's called Shakers. It's owned by Bob Weiss, and they do, I mean, they're world renowned. They do a bunch of History Channel stuff. They go, they do tours in New Orleans. So anyway, I ended up working there, and I worked with a lady named Victoria Lay, and Victoria Lay, we got to be friends, and she was like probably a top 3 in Wisconsin, and she ended up getting ALS, and I did some parties with her just so I could speak for her, you know.
Right.
And before she passed, she delegated part of her clientele to me, and that's when I made it a business. This is a really interesting story. So I did this party for her. I have 2, but I'm going to only share one. And I did this party for her, and I'm putting it in my address, my new business address book and everything. And we're on Yahoo, and all of a sudden, my computer flips, and I see Victoria Lay's number, her name on my email, and I know that was her. That was her saying, you're welcome, you know?
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's so wonderful. That's a great story. I love that. What kind of spread do you use? Because I know there's different kinds of spreads. I have a couple of my own decks, and I think that we had talked when we have spoken. You had said that you have 3 decks. Is that right?
Yeah, I have 3 decks of the same ones throughout, and they all have different personalities and everything. And the spread is pretty much the same in every spread, you know. And for me, I do the first. This is how it developed me. It's not right or wrong for anybody. It just developed me.
Right.
So the first 10 tells me where you're at. The second 10 tells me how that energy is going to flow. If you want it to flow. If there's major arcana cards, then that means is destiny. If it's minor kind of cards, that means you got to put the work into it. The energy can go that way, but you got to put the work into it.
Right.
But I don't. After that, I stopped flipping because you're getting too deep into the cards. But that doesn't mean it's a right or wrong for other people. That's my way, you know.
Right. Right. No, which is I absolutely, like, every person that I know who does readings and sessions, you have to do it your way. It's your way. It can't be anybody else's way, because it just, then it wouldn't be your way anymore. You have to do it the way you do it, because that's how you have connected with spirit. And that's some of the hard work, is connecting with spirit. So were you scared when you were getting out there to begin to do reading?
Yeah. Well, like, okay, it was one thing to do it for free. It was one thing to take money for it. And then honestly, the more you force it, I learned you just read the natural things. Sometimes the cards are really just it is it, you know, there's no deep meaning and everything. Yeah, but it passed. The more, you know, people are cool, you know.
Yeah. People,
and they work with you, you know.
Yep. Right.
But that was years ago, you know, like, yeah, of course it's scary whenever you get out there, you know. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, I do know that I had put out a call for 5 people we were going to answer one question, and I had gotten pictures, but I didn't get questions except for a few. So let's pull them up. One is who do you want to start with?
Anybody you want.
Anybody I want. What about, I think is it Julie Wigstone? I'm trying to get to my emails, to my all my stuff. Hopefully everybody can see this, because they were saying that it froze for a minute. So
okay, wasn't she like the one that wanted to know what career path she was going to go into or something?
Yeah,
like
I think so.
Okay, hold on.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it. Oh, I hate to be like, my technology is too much spirit. It's not working.
That's okay. Hold on
Okay.
1 second. I remember what she looks like.
We'll be right back. And how are you guys doing tonight? So we have 3 different readings, and Julie Buck Wigstone, is her name, and what her career path is.
So Julie, if you're out there, so what I do is I say a little prayer, and I send my angels around me, surround me with white light, and I ask them this happen to you. And if you're there, it would help. It doesn't have to happen, but you need to say a prayer to yourself again. Spirit God, think of me, visualize me, and ask your angels or whoever you pray to if there's any messages for me. So try to take a deep breath through there, but you don't have to. Okay?
She is here. So
she's here? Yay!
Yeah, she is here. So that is happening. I'm seeing that. I'm trying to get back to her. So, yep, she will be doing that.
We're going to ask about your prayer. All right, say deep breath, and then here I go.
Prayer made. Perfect. So now after your prayer, now you pull your cards asking, like, connecting with that question. Is that the way that works for you?
Mm-hmm. But you know what, the thing is sometimes other things come into my card. I have no control, especially with timing and everything, but so far this looks good.
Right. I mean, I do like that. That's something that people, you don't get control over what comes in. Spirit knows what you need more than you know what you need. So fantastic.
Okay. Julie, I do see some sort of training coming in around you, and I don't know if you teach or if you're going to train or if you need training and everything. It does show that you're really good with money and you know how to manage it, but somebody around you maybe got too much control of it. It's not, there's power struggles with money, you know? And it also shows there's some obstacles and sometimes money comes in and sometimes it goes out as easy as it comes in. And it does indicate that there is some sort of business that you want to go into, but you have to take down the road. But you're going to have to take your decisions really slow. Do not agree with anything, and really, really don't feel like you're stepping on toes. You really have to look into this business. It might be something from the past too. It's not so much about your career right now. You're actually relearning some lessons right now. You're understanding how your actions have caused a reaction, and you're trying to undo those mistakes. You know, it's more of a karma. It's more of like, how are you going to, okay, you can't bring in what's coming into you until you learn these mistakes and go for it. You know, it's that. Yeah. But right now we have to stop what's going in as easy as it comes out, you know, and you have to stop giving your power away.
I don't see her responding to that, but I think that's a fantastic reading. Is there, oh, she just said yes. She just said yes.
Okay. And then Julie, also down the road, I see you wanting to go on a vacation really bad, and you're gonna have to like make it a priority because you can't undo like what it does to you mentally. It refreshes you and everything, but you're gonna have to nip and bad way to say it, nip and tuck or away from things that aren't important, like stop going to Starbucks or stop like buying shit. But you have to make this happen. You know, it's like that. You know, but down the road, I see a vacation coming.
Well, that's wonderful. That's vacation is good. Julie is saying dead on. That speaks to me. That's fantastic. So how about we do one more and then we'll talk a little bit more and then we'll finish this up with a last one. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So let's, because I just remember it off the top of my head. So I will look for the other name and question, but that would be Christina Luce and wanting to know about opening a business. I'll give eBay a rest. That's what she just said, Christy.
I want to do Tina too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Do you want to do them all together? Or do you want to do the three now and then just?
No, we can do Christina now, but I want to definitely do Tina.
Oh, for sure. No. Yeah. No. But did you hear what I said? She said
no.
She said she's gonna lay off eBay. She's gonna give eBay a rest.
Good job, Julie. Good job. Yeah.
Good job. Sometimes it takes a lot of self-control to get that done. That's for sure. So good work.
Okay, we'll do Christina.
Christina.
She wants to know about her business.
Yes. Is it? Is she here? I don't know if she's here. I think she might. Okay. Wherever she is, hopefully she's on here. So I'm not seeing her yet, but what I will do is I'll just give her, hopefully we'll see her.
About Tina, is she on?
Tina, are you on? Well, it's always one of the things that happens when you're doing this live, it's never instantaneous on Facebook. There's always this lag. So it's almost like Tina is on. Tina Vishan Kochen.
Okay, let's do her.
Okay, I don't remember what her question was.
It was financial, and she wants her
Oh,
own home. And so I want Tina to really, um, Tina, if you're there, I want you to clear your head. Just think of me and to yourself. Say a prayer, whoever you pray to, and it doesn't have to be like, don't stress. Just say, if there's any messages like come through Kriste, and I say a prayer too, okay? So we're gonna take a deep breath. You're there. Deep breath. Okay.
I like to, just even saying deep breath makes me breathe a little bit deeper. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, she said she done it. She completed her prayers. What?
Said all.
Oh.
Okay. So around financially, it does show that she's juggling a lot of things. Like she may be robbing Peter to pay Paul and everything. It also shows that she's going to start communicating and thinking about things differently. And
Okay.
it's like an epiphany. Like she's going to start thinking about how she's going to manage certain things differently. It does show that she has a choice, and she's really worried about what's going on around her home. She's really worried about she's going to have some anxiety. But what her lesson is to fake it till she makes it, because she needs to get her point. It's like people are running over her,
Uh-huh.
And I do see her in this. I see this happening before. Like, I feel like sometimes she needs to cut her losses. Sometimes we all do in life. And it's almost like she's been patient with patience, and it's enough. You just
Okay.
gotta cut your losses. And you need to learn to keep your money closer to your chest. Like, you don't need to no one gives me a loan. No one ever gave me a break in my 20s. I don't go to Burger King and get a free Whopper,
Right.
And it's gonna suck for her, but it's gonna get easier and easier to sit there and say, you know what, I'm not gonna agree with you just to appease you and give you what you want. I have to take care of me first. And that's her lesson, to love her first,
Right.
And as far as financial, it's all emotional. It's all emotional. And she's not gonna get better until she does this stuff emotionally, you know. Let's see. And I definitely see her beating herself over it, but it's going to come out
You
positive.
see herself, I'm sorry, what did you say? You see herself what?
Beating herself up over it,
Oh, okay.
but I see it coming out positive. Like, if she continues down this path, it's going to come out positive.
Okay.
I also see her selling some things, maybe selling some things or reflecting on some things that she never thought about selling, or an extra hobby where she's going to bring in some extra money and everything.
Okay.
And I definitely see real estate coming in around her.
Oh.
But it's not without bumps. There's going to be some hiccups and everything.
Okay.
I mean, the more you work for something, the more you appreciate it. And I definitely see like some bumps coming in, but she's gonna get what she wants, because she's
Okay.
determined. Yeah. But she has to stay on the path of like her first. I mean, enough. Sometimes you gotta stop and think of like you gotta take care of you first before you take care of everybody else.
Isn't that the truth? That is so hard. That's a hard earth lesson, isn't it?
It is, especially for people like you and I.
Yeah, right. It's like
Yeah.
you end up giving away too much. So, right. That is, so I don't think Kissy is on, but we can do it. And because we have the question in the picture, but I'm so sorry to the people that are saying I wasn't able to do it yesterday. I wasn't, we did like a sort of a workout. So if we had our 5 and then people didn't respond, and I am so sorry, but our
Let's
last,
do Kissy.
what?
Let's do Christina.
Okay, Christina. So
love Christina. We love Christina. Okay. And then she wants to know.
Tina just said thank you. It is spot on. I have a so Christina wanted to know about opening a business and starting a business. I will definitely, just so everybody knows, I'm sorry, is it okay if I talk while you connect?
2 seconds.
Okay, all right.
Okay, you can talk now.
Okay, so hi Jennifer. Jennifer Brunetz is on. That's very sweet. Just love Jennifer. She's so sweet. So I will be giving out, and we'll be like connecting you with Kriste and how you can set up your own tarot card reading with her that's more personalized. Well, I mean, not more personalized, these are personal readings, but that is a private reading between you and her, and she will definitely be giving out her email address, her phone number, maybe, and her website, of course, because if you are alive and you're doing anything, you got to have a website. Then you got to have SEO. Then you got to have marketing. Then you got to have pictures, right? And then you got to have copy. And then you got to redo your copy. Then you got to redo it. No, I'm sorry. It's a never-ending cycle. Then you got to do it, then change it all again, and then you got to work harder. And anyway.
Okay, so for Christina, I want you to trust your hunches more than your logic. I know when it comes to business, we say the opposite, but this is one time. And I also see you like really obsessing and beating yourself up over it, and there's something going on around the home, which is causing you to delay what you want to do. And I also see you're going to start thinking of things differently too. And you are a person that plans for the future. Like, you're not somebody that says, oh, I want to do something next week. You're like, this is my goal in 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is something you're going to have to learn a lot, when you decide to do this business. And it's going to be confusing, and you're going to wonder which way to go and everything. Take it slow. I also feel like, this is sometimes other things come into your reading that I have no control of. There is a pregnancy around you.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Certain things that happened in the past, you're going to have to let go. But if you were to go down this road, and this is not going to be given to you, this is like, if you continue down this road, you can ask for a happier, more positive outcome. You have the sun, as a chance to start things all over and everything. But you're too. You may have to get a lawyer to like make things solidify things with a lawyer. And I also see you having to like you've reached where you need to go in life. And you have to stay firm about what you want. And you can't repeat things that would allow you to get stabbed in the back again. You know, it's like that. You would get your wish, it would be a huge change. I see you being spread in 3 different directions. You may how do you say this? Incorporate 2 other things in your business or 3 other things in your business that will spread you in 3 different ways. Or the business is going to go in 3 different ways. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So if this is what you want, understand there's bumps and there's more learning to do, but you'd eventually get to.
I love it. I love that. That's fantastic. I'm sure that if she was on, she would say, yes, that's perfect. Totally dead on, because everybody else has. So that's awesome. So those are the 3 that we're going to do. I know that there's a couple more, and I don't know how it just didn't work out. So I apologize for that. But you will have a chance to get a session with Kriste if you'd like a session with her. And so tell me, how you have been doing this for how many years now? You've been doing this for quite a while.
Easy.
I know, right? I have to do that.
28 years. 28 years.
You've been doing tarot card readings for 28 years.
I was 25, and I think I was younger, but I'm gonna be conservative. And then, but I didn't charge for many years. I just played. And then
Right.
I'd bring my cards. I was obsessed with them. I would bring them to work. I mean, I was constant. I took them on vacations, but they never went without me.
Yeah.
And it was a business in my middle 30s when I went to Shakers. Shakers is, if you ever go to Wisconsin, Shakers is on First Street, and it's the most haunted bar. It's on History Channel. Zach, whatever his name is, has been there several times. And done shows. I mean, the most famous of famous, if you're into that paranormal, he's been there. They've been there, you know.
Wow. Have you, so where, I don't know what I was also was going to ask you as I was sitting here. I was like that. I'm loving how you read people and how you read in your session. It's so, it's so global about all their experiences that they're going to be coming up against and what you're seeing for them. I really think that it's such a valuable experience. Most people like watch me. I was exciting to watch you do a reading. It was very sweet. It was a very nice reading. All 3 of them, they were great. And what would you tell people that were thinking about doing this? What advice would you give to people?
The very first thing, this is a no gamer. This is like, you need to learn the card. But it's not just the card. Then you progress into like the color. Then you progress into the number. And then what's hard is getting it all to like tell a story. But if I had to give one piece of advice, is you have to shuffle.
Shuffle.
No, it's not. It incorporates your energy. It becomes a person. It really grows, and the more energy you use, the more it grows.
Oh, you're saying shuffling all the time, like when you're not reading, having your cards and shuffling them.
Oh my God, that's all I did for the first 10 years. Like I would have them in my bag and just out of boredom, I'd be like, and they became my kids. I mean, it's the weirdest thing. And I think I told you once, you know, I remember I had this nutty neighbor who had the nerve to touch my cards. And I went back into the house and I was like, I touched my cards and they were mixed up and I knew she touched them. Like, I felt violated, you know?
Yeah. Don't touch other people's stuff, especially don't touch their cards. It's cruising for a bruising is what that is.
It's cruising for a bruising. Yeah. Mm-hmm. it's you are in. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. That's so funny. That's hilarious. You're cruising for a bruise and you touch anybody else's tarot cards. That's the way it goes. So don't ever do it. Don't be tempted. Don't think they won't know. They will know.
They will know. Mama will know.
Mama will know. I like it. Like it'll be a confrontation. Or not. It's how do you clear your cards? Like how do you get other energy off? Like in that experience when somebody touched the cards and
Oh,
moved.
this is something that's and it works. Is okay. You put them in the sun and you put some quartz on them, and you also use sea salt. Other people have different ways and everything. I put them in. I have this glass. Oh, I don't know. It's all glass, and I put my cards in them. They're in Wisconsin, and then it has a lid, and I put them out in the sun with the sea salt. And it's the weirdest thing because at the end of the day, all this like toxins come up to the glass and everything, like it removes it.
Wow.
But it does work. Like if you desalt and
So you can see the toxins on
swear
the
to
glass?
God, Janny, it's
Oh my
like
God, you got to take a picture of this. Like
well,
this is,
it's like a sweat. Yeah.
wow. I would love to. Yeah, I would love to see that. That would be great. And so you have 3 decks. Do you still take your decks with you everywhere you go?
Well, here I took one deck, and then the
Oh,
other ones are in a safe place, you know.
right. Nobody can touch them. Don't touch my cards.
Oh no. And
That's so funny.
but I have 3. You know, I'm actually thinking about getting a 4th. It feels weird because I feel like I'm adopting another child. You know, like
Right,
you know,
right.
yeah.
So
I
how
haven't
long
decided yet.
how long would it take for you to incorporate that sort of energy into that card?
It depends on the deck,
Uh,
but it depends on the deck. But the more you use them, yeah,
the more that
yeah,
they hit. Wow,
yeah.
that's so interesting. That's so cool. I dig that so much. I love that. I love how you said, and I really like how you said it. Actually, I do love it how you said, like, you get to know the cards, then you get to know the colors, and then you get to know like the numbers, you get to know the things, and then how they flow. That is, I mean, that's a lot of work. That's a ton of work. That is, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. That is a college degree.
The
Doing
only
that.
way you get to know this is that you practice and you practice and you practice, you know. And sometimes, like the cards will have a deeper meaning for me, and you have to go deeper into it. And sometimes it is just there, like sometimes it's 3 cups, and you
Right.
have 3 drinks, you know, or some, you know, like it's cups or drinks or love. It's all the things that flow, you know. And sometimes it's you gotta just keep reading it, and you'll know your cards what they're saying. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
See, I love how that is. How would people get a hold of you, Kriste?
Okay. Please like my page, Tarot by Kriste.
Okay.
Tarot, and then I spelled my name differently. It's my mom did this. It's
My mom did this to me.
yeah. It's Kriste. Follow me on Tarot by Kriste. I also have a website, and it's www.Kriste, spelled the same way, tarot reader. And then I also have a phone number, 414-412-7009. And I also want to put,
Wait, hang on a second. That's a magnificent phone number. 414-412-7009.
yes.
That's a gorgeous phone number.
And then I also want to put something out there. Okay. And I know I'm not allowed to do this, but I'm doing it.
You're not allowed to do this. Okay.
So you see this necklace right here? Everybody compliments me on this necklace.
Uh-huh.
And I am all for supporting entrepreneurs, especially women, you know, especially women. Now, this came from Lush Trinkets, Lush Trinkets.
Okay.
And she's on Facebook, and she has beautiful jewelry. And I'm telling you, I've never gone anywhere where somebody has not complimented me.
That is nice.
This is amethyst. This is my birthstone. Lush Trinkets, LA. Get her.
Okay. I will. I'm putting in the comments how to get a hold of you, and your phone numbers, and your tarot, your website, and your phone number. I'm doing your phone number right now, so just to make sure that that it gets into the comments and people, if they have want to, I hope you guys book with her. That's give me, you're fantastic. What a wonderful, is there anything that you want to tell people that I may have missed asking? I don't want to like.
Well, I don't want to bore people too much, but like, anyway, I think Jane is pretty fabulous, and I'm honored. I'm honored that she even asked me to be interviewed. And thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I follow you, and I tell people to follow you, and they follow you.
Oh, that's sweet.
And just support people like us, because we have the answers. Yeah. And we have the power.
We have the answers and the power.
Yeah.
What I will do is I will make sure that I'm telling everybody here, and if I know that there's some people who had issues, they were telling me, I'll be posting this on YouTube. Kriste will also probably post it on your Facebook page. And yeah, and of course, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. And thank you, Kriste. I love you. It was so great to hang out with you.
I know, it's nice.
It was so wonderful, right?
I agree.
I just had such a good time with you. You're so, yeah. And Kim George was on here, and she said, Kim George Callison, and she said, oh my God, Kriste, I've always loved your laugh. So nice to hear it. Isn't that sweet? So that's so sweet.
Yeah.
All right. I love you, Kriste.
I love you.
Everybody see light, be light, and I will see everybody tomorrow around 5. Bye.
Okay. All right. Bye.